right, boys, you guys know every other Sunday we cycle between two different videos. We do the best card in every position, but in this weekend, because it's every other weekend, we do have the top 10 must-have cards in the game. This one is a hard list to make. We've had so many 87 overalls come out. There's a lot of really good cards in the game, and there's some guys that are obviously very good that aren't top tier. So we're going to try to get you guys and point you guys in the right direction. Say if you're saving up for a lot of coins and you're trying to, you know, splurge on one card. Hopefully this video will help you choose who you want. But if you guys enjoy videos like this, I do gameplays, top 10s, everything. Make sure you hit that like and hit that sub. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers. But other than that, let's get into it. If you were looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. So at number 10, we actually have a kicker in Gano, and I know it's an ugly, boring pick. I mention this every year, and I just want to get it in your guys' head early, right? Kickers can win you games. And before we get into Gano, right, 86 kick power is the max you could have right now in Madden. And don't buy Gano. I'm just going to say this right now. Unless you're just an overall guy, you have a bajillion coins, don't get Gano. I don't even have Gano. I have Greg Zuerlein. Greg Zuerlein is an 80 overall, and he has 86 kick power. If you've played Madden, you know all these stats you see on your screen right here, not a single one of them matters. Not one besides the kick power, right? And Greg Zuerlein has 86, and he is like 20K. So, yeah. Everybody should have Greg Zuerlein. If you're obviously a splurger, go with Gano. I chose him because, you know, he's right here. But a kicker can simply win you a game. Obviously, extra points before half. Getting that 2-possession lead with a long field goal can win you so many games. It can also get you that last-second field goal if you need that little bit of yards to win at the end. I'm telling you, it's a boring pick right here. It's the last boring pick of this video, but I had to put the point across, man. I had to. So at number 9, we have Terrell, and I didn't know if it was weird to include him, right? Because I know some people, he is auctionable right now, and I know there's some people out there that don't really play much champs or, you know, grind the comp pass as heavily as a lot of us other players. But Terrell is one I had to include here, boys. I had to. He is definitely the number 2 corner in the game right now. Kind of just hinted at who's going to be later on this list. But Terrell, there's only 2 corners in the game that get 86 speed and above, and it's him and that other guy. He has to be here right now. We're getting wide receivers with 87 speed. People are using Seahawks teams everywhere because it's so easy to make a 25. You need speed out there. You need Terrell. You can get him for free. If you don't want to do your stuff, buy him. He's under 300K right now for one of the best cards in the game. You're getting 86 play rec, really good zone coverage on him, good speed, good excel. Terrell is definitely a must-have card sitting here at this corner spot. So at number 8, we have my favorite pass rusher in the game. When it comes to defensive ends, I literally like Aaron Donald right now. Aiden Hutchinson has been great for me, but when it looks at ends, the one guy that has balled out and also dominates me every time I play against him is Javon Curse. He is the fastest edge rusher in the game, sitting at 84 speed. They gave him 89 to excel to match that. He has his strength above 80, the block shed's an 88, the finesse moves an 88. This dude has been insane. If you ever get a disengage or a lucky where you're just not getting blocked, he's going to shoot right at the quarterback, and there's no quarterback in the game that can outrun him. The fastest quarterback in the game is Lamar at 84. Even my Warren Moon on a Seahawks team is sitting at 84 speed. Javon Curse matches that with 89 excel. He hawks down every quarterback. He has been phenomenal, a definite game changer. He also plays really good in the run. Besides having like a skinny kind of player building game, he has been fitting through the holes, dominating in every form of the game. If I had to tell you guys to get one pass rusher, he also tanked when the new Legends came out this weekend. You should have grabbed you a Javon Curse. So at number 7, we do got Chad, Ocho, Cinco. And Chad, I currently do have him on the team right now. I have loved him, man. He has been phenomenal. I will say, I don't know if he's worth the price all the way. This is why I kind of had him a little bit lower on this list. I really do think wide receiver is a big deal in this game because you want to get as much offensive potential as you can out there. But I had him lower because he is kind of expensive, and I just don't know if he's worth that comparative, but it's the top 10 must-have cards, right? I can't cheat it and put somebody budget here. I just have to include the best of the best. And Chad does have 86 speed all across the board. He has 85 plus in all his catching. His medium route running, and I put him in my slot where he can run like crossers and like corners and stuff. He dominates man coverage. Chad Ocho Cinco, game changer right now in the game. Has been one of my favorite cards. Just sucks, man. I bought it for cheap, but I might have to sell here soon, man. He's getting up there in price. So at number 6, we do have what I think to believe, and I also think most people believe, is the best corner in the game. You will notice with him, though, obviously being 6'3", they did kind of cheat him on his excel. 83 excel. I will say he has been a little bit weird at turning. I like to just play him at deep third so he's not doing all the turning in the flats and whatnot. But getting pick artist on a 6'3" Richard Sherman, this dude will hawk balls. I've had it just catch through people's bodies at times. But the one thing that I love about him compared to all the other corners in the game, he's the only one with 90 zone. the only corner in the game with 90 zone. That is huge on a big body corner. Obviously the play rec's only an 83, but I think Richard Sherman has been amazing for me. I think the bigger player models this year definitely move a little bit slower on their own, but Richard Sherman, I still think right now the cornerback position's so weak, you need him on your team. You just need him. And if you can't notice by now, it is basically a legend list. I mean, that's kind of what it is at this point. There's not really any headliners that have kind of taken the storm and been like by far the best in their position, but Warren Sapp finds himself in the top 5. If you've played any Madden, you know this card is just an absolute game changer out there. The only card in the game with above 90 block shed, which is ridiculous getting it this early in the game. He just destroys everybody one-on-one. He has been great in the run game, great in the pass game. This is another one of those guys that I actually got for cheap. I pulled him, but I sold him. Then I got him back for 450K. So 100K rental on the best tackle in the game, who is now up to like 600. It was such a good purchase at time. But 81 speed, 82 excel also matches up really well compared to other D tackles in the game. Yeah, he's just by far the best D tackle in the game. He just dominates that one position so clearly right now. At number 4, we do have what I believe to be the best free safety in the game. Another guy like Richard Sherman, where I feel like you have to have him out there. That 90 zone is a big deal. If you're a big zone player, having that guy just sitting there on an island is going to change the game for you. He's another guy that's going to get pick artists for you. But I know the one thing that a lot of people worry about is the height. He just gets to the ball. I've seen him undercut the big guys so many times. Obviously, you're going to get dunked on. It happens, but the Ags are about as worse. They're about as bad as they've been in the last couple years. So I'm okay with Ed Reed free roaming out there, especially with that high zone. Good play rec on him. Pretty good. I almost said pretty good speed. That is like about as good as speed gets. There's no one 88 speed and above. So amazing speed in the game. Amazing excel. I had to have Ed Reed right here, man. An absolute game changer. A guy you just leave up top. Don't touch him at all. Don't use this card because of his speed. He's amazing, man. Just leave him alone. So moving over to our number 3 spot, we have my favorite wide receiver in the game, and I think it's a lot of your guys' favorite wide receiver in the game. Not only does he have the top end speed right now, 87, he goes in the main theme team too, that Seattle theme team, which if you, I didn't count it, but I think there's like 4 or 5 of these guys on this list that have Seattle theme team, which is absolutely ridiculous to think about. But 87 speed on top of amazing route running across the board. He even has a 90 deep route. This is one that I did have in the slot, but I thought it was like, it was stupid to me. I ended up moving him to the outside so he could run post routes, C routes, anything like that. He also is the best kick return in the game because, yes, Jukebox, as you guys know, is broken right now. It is absolutely broken, and he gets Jukebox after the catch on the fastest car in the game. I already hate playing Fred Taylor, who is another guy that barely missed this list for me. But Devin Hester, game changer, man. You get him in the open field, he's going to run routes right past people, and then you get Juke after that on the last safety. It's just a yard trip every time with Devin Hester. And at number 2, the best user in the game. So when it comes to Madden, the way I value positions, I think I would say the number 1 position is obviously quarterback that you want to have a lot of coins on. But number 2, I believe having a good user could help also, obviously, that one stop you need. Having a great user could definitely change the game of Madden. And Cam Chancellor, the best user in the game, 87 speed. He has obviously 90 hit power, 88 tackling. This is a guy that you probably don't want to man up. You probably just want to use her because that 70 man is pretty ugly. But Cam, got to use him all day yesterday. I got to play a couple games this morning as well. He is elite when it comes to the offensive lineman touching him. He sheds them like crazy. I think Cam is one that we got to use as a Mutt Master, like 2 years ago? And then last year, we got him for free with the All Madden. We used a bunch of his cards. Cam's just the best every time he comes out. I mean, it's simple as that. He is just the best user every single time he comes out. Not much more explained to do. But for the new guys that just got Madden 24 and you're looking to spend, this is the guy, boys. This is him. I know this is probably the most obvious number 1 in the game, but by far the best quarterback. And I will say, I think we won a Super Bowl. We won a Super Bowl run yesterday. We played a lot of games with him. Even in the gameplay, he missed 1 throw. 1 throw. I've missed like 10 throws in one game with Bryce Young before. This Warren Moon has missed 1 throw since I've gotten him just from overthrows. And I truly believe it's because all of his accuracies are elite. He has 88 short, 85 medium, 86 deep. And then the throw under pressure at 90, he's the only one in the game that gets that. So it's kind of like a mini Fearless, I guess you could say. He also does have great throw power. I think everybody's been using the +2 throw power. That's what I use. So it's up to 90 for me. He also has 83 speed. Goes in the Seahawks theme team. Another just positive. He's broken. Oh, I forgot to mention, he's the only card in the game with Gunslinger, too. Yeah, he gets Gunslinger. I mean, Warren Moon, definitely the best card in the game. I know he's very expensive right now, but if you wait, or even if you play the game a lot, I think it's worth investing because he's going to win you games alone. All right, boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below how many cards from this top 10 do you have on your squad. I hope you guys enjoy these. And also, like I said, I do gameplays, top 10s for other positions. Make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe if you guys are enjoying. We are making that push for 40K subscribers on the YouTube channel, man. I hope to see you guys in the next video, though. Peace out, boys.